basic income guarantee isn't just about how much money you take home. It has lots of impact on education levels, employment levels, health levels, and social justice levels. So we know that if people have a certain level of income and can take care of their basic needs, they can get food, they can get shelter, they tend to stay in school longer, they tend to get higher levels of education, which makes their employment prospects better, which also has impacts on their overall health. They tend to eat better, be healthier, exercise a little bit more, live longer. And of course, as a result, if you've got good health, good education, a job to look forward to, a way to take care of your family, as a result, some of the social frustrations that lead to crime and those kind of activities go down, and so as a result, government spends less on incarceration. If you're a municipal politician, if you're a municipal public servant, if you're a provincial politician or a provincial public servant, you want to be at this conference so you can talk about and understand how this is going to impact your programs, your clients, and the overall priorities of government. Same thing applies to the federal public service and to federal elected officials. But it also applies to First Nations. It applies to those nations that are active here because, of course, whether or not that basic income guarantee covers all Canadians across Indigenous and non-Indigenous boundaries is a big issue. And then it has very different impacts, whether you're in a rural community, an urban community, a First Nation reserve, whether you're on reserve, off reserve, whether you're an urban Aboriginal, lots of different implications for different people in different circumstances. And so lots of those entities would want to come. And of course, individuals should be there too because they're the ones that have the most powerful stories. They're the ones who day to day live this thing, and they can tell us whether or not such an approach or which approach may well work better for them. So it's pretty important to have a broad mix of society. What you don't want to end up with is 50 academics sitting in an ivory tower talking about this thing, because this is really going to change people's lives on the ground every day. And so we want to have a very practical discussion about what it would mean and how we structure it to make sure we get the most impact for the most number of people at the lowest possible tax cost. So the structure of the conference isn't just 8 experts coming into Sudbury to tell the great unwashed how to set up a basic income guarantee. It's about talking about what a basic income guarantee could look like in Ontario and then engaging everyone in the conference, from the person who's on welfare or possibly is receiving some sort of employment insurance, all the way to the academic who studied basic income their entire life. And the idea here is for each of them to talk to each other and then to pull that together into a comprehensive report coming out that we can feed into the government's process around how they're going to design the basic income pilot here in Ontario.